But prior to that, you were very apprehensive about continuing that kiss. Is there a backstory that we're going to see more of why you're so apprehensive? Is it maybe the time that you had with Coach from season 1 when they were captured by his band of marauders?
Yeah, Maggie's apprehensive about intimacy in general, and especially under the given circumstances. She's not in any rush to get her heart attached in any way, shape, or form for her too. I think one of the things she knows is that love can hold you back. It can be empowering, but it can also be something that forces you to drive back into danger to save each other's lives. And Hal is the leader in the second mass.
Yeah. Well, they need you too because you're very handy with a gun.
Maggie's like, I keep finding myself on the edge of death. I've got to be bad luck.
Now, your relationship with Ben has become a little bit strained, and then he confided in you about his harnesses and everything like that. So now, do you think that him going to be leaving soon, is that going to impact you emotionally, that it affects your military aspect of the second mass?
It's fun playing that dynamic because it teeters so close to looking like Hal doesn't like Ben or is feels in jeopardy around Ben, but it's actually very different. I try to do everything looking at it as I love you so much that you got to be transparent with me. You got to tell me what's going on because if anybody's going to believe you, I would be the most likely to do it. So with him now, hinting towards the fact that he might leave, well, it'd be devastating to Hal because he thinks that he lost that battle.
It's like you're the big brother and you couldn't protect him.
Right. So everything I do is coming from the most love that you can make something. But Hal at the same time has a hard time walking eggshells, so he's a little blunt.
One of my favorite moments actually between our characters is your idea. When at the end of episode 4, I think we're up on the bus, and it's a scene that's about us kind of arguing and disagreeing and splitting, and it starts with us eating a piece of gum at exactly the same time. And I like that kind of juxtaposition of how you can have two people who are fighting, but we're very close and we're still brothers.
Exactly. Now with Ben's character, he's struggling so much with his harness and not wanting to be connected, but the last episode you start to feel a little more connection to maybe this alien skidder wanting to be part of the fight and work with the humans. Are you conflicted because you're your dad and obviously Hal, but then obviously you're hearing something that they can't understand with the skidders?
I think the thing with Ben is that he's very confused more than anything, and he wants something or someone to tell him that what's happening to him isn't all bad, and that there's a silver lining inside this very dark cloud, and that's why he's latched so quickly on his Skidder rebellion, because it represents that opportunity. So I think that's why he's so passionate and so convinced about it, on really very little evidence, and I think that's going to be a major factor in his decision-making in the course of the next couple of months.
And are we going to see more of his metamorphosis with the remaining spikes? Are we going to see more changes physically in Ben?
It's an ongoing process. It's a relatively slow process. The reason there's a 3-month gap, right, between season 1 and season 2, so that's why the changes become so noticeable.
Yeah.
Whereas all of season 2 takes place within a few weeks.
Yeah.
So the physical changes probably won't be as noticeable, but the emotional and psychological ones are very, very noticeable.
Thank you so much. I love the show.
Do you feel, Ben, that it's... we're wrapping up.
Go ahead.
Do you feel Ben is resentful of Hal's leadership in Second Mass?
I don't think anyone is being bossed around by their brother.
I think there's a lot of misunderstanding.
I think it's also...
I think we just perceive things differently.
I think it's also, we don't like...
I'm more in the middle trying to balance those.
He's also often right. Like his criticisms and his orders make sense. And when something makes sense, when you're a teenager, you tend to push back against it.
Especially when it's your brother.
Exactly.
So tell me, how was it to make the car scene where you guys were stuck in the back of and... really close quarters.
That was a fun day. My sister actually showed up that day, so she was there, which made it a little more interesting. But we had a good time. My canteen kept getting stuck in the small of my back when we lay down. So the whole scene, that was phenomenal.